These are the Black Nebula carrots that I planted in the goth-themed garden bed. And I only planted a very small spot, but I got a pretty good yield out of that tiny little, I don't know, maybe it was a foot by a foot. Maybe a foot and a half by a foot and a half. That would be pushing it. So that's pretty good for that tiny little area. Look at this. Squash stuck together. Not gonna say what they look like. Alright, so I have scrubbed these carrots clean. I didn't peel them, and I didn't cut the ends off. I kind of like the crunchy tips. And they're really purple now with all the dirt off of them. So purple. And this recipe is probably the easiest and yummiest carrot recipe. And look, it's dyed my hands blue. You could probably use these to dye fabrics with. Alright, so I'm going to sprinkle olive oil over top of the carrots. You don't need a ton, just a bit. Enough to cover them. A little bit of salt. Not that much salt. And some black pepper. A bit of garlic powder. And I'm tearing up some fresh rosemary leaves. Alright, so mix it up. Make sure the carrots are all covered in the olive oil and in your spices. And kind of separate them as evenly as you can in the pan. Alright, and they are going to go in a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes, or until they're tender when you stick a fork in them. And they're done. Look how dark they are. These really are goth carrots. They look almost burnt. They're so dark purple. But they're not. I assure you, they're not burnt. They're just very purple. Here's our fancy plating of the purple carrots that look like they're burnt but are not. With a sprig of mint, because we're fancy. It turns your mouth purple when you eat them.